Kevin Dyson brings it to the goal line. No.
The show is TFL Live, the weekend's playoffs, and I'm the commission, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. Feel like I haven't seen you guys in a while. I feel like I don't even know you. Glad to have you guys in here on this Thursday night on the cusp of 49ers Seahawks, kicking off playoff week. Great matchup. Commission's been busy, ladies and gentlemen. The commission's been busy around here. A lot of stuff going on in TFL Studios. Obviously, we've got 10 days left until Christmas. Hope you guys have been on the nice list, not the naughty list, like some of you managers in the constellation bracket are. Didn't get all your wishes this year. That's okay though. Let's get right into it. Got a few things to update you, a few things to talk about tonight. We'll get into the league awards. Who got those weekly award prizes for most points? Who got the first place in the division? Who scored the highest points this season? We'll get into that. We'll talk about league fees. What's everybody owe on league fees? Is there still any outstanding league fees? Obviously, no transactions are $3. We'll get into that. We'll talk about the playoffs. Who's in, who's out, the matchups, the predictions. Exciting stuff, guys. We'll get into all that a little bit more after these messages. Take my word for it. Exciting times here at the Commission. Be right back. TFL Studios, playoff week. Commission.
Get ready.
Set hot. Red 98.
Get set.
Red 98. Hot. Hot.
Look out. It's coming your way. The all-time smash hit, show-stopping video. The NFL's greatest hits. And it's free with your paid subscription to Sports Illustrated, the magazine that's a sure hit every week, week after week. And when you get hit, you're sure to see stars. All kinds of stars. Big stars. Shooting stars. Dancing stars. Falling stars. Because this is the hit of hits. All the best action and excitement from the files of NFL films. The Super Games. The Super Bowls.
He's got it. Touchdown. Washington Redskins. The collision. It's caught out of the air. The ball is pulled in by Franco Harris.
With the NFL's greatest hits, you'll get it all, from the cheap shots to the hot shots. And it's all rolled up into 45 minutes that will knock you over again and again. But you'll keep getting up for more, and more, and more. And you can get your hands on it all free by calling this toll-free number.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. Thursday night football, Seahawks versus the 49ers. Great NFC West matchup. A lot of playoff implications for fantasy and for NFL football. Let's get into a recap on the weekly highest points this season. 14 weeks, $20 each week if you scored the highest points. Here we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, glaring team out there with, 6 weeks? That's almost half the season of highest points. The dark side with $120 in rewards this week. You got Moss represented on there with 2 weeks. Trump supporters represented on there with 2 weeks. CD's Butkers represented on there with 2 weeks. That's $40 to each of you guys. Any of the rest, you got $20 coming your way. Congratulations. Also brings us into our first place winner. Congratulations, Jackson Sharman, 10 wins, 4 losses, number 1 seed. Think you were pretty much wire to wire throughout this season. Started off, I think you started off undefeated and sort of this tail end, you dropped a few, but definitely kudos, my friend. This could be your year. Who knows? And the season highest points overall award, surprise, surprise, the dark side with 2,317 points. Next closest team, Jackson Sharman, surprise, surprise, 1,938. So 4,000 or 400 more points to the next closest team. That's 3 weeks of scoring essentially. Going to be a tough team to beat if they average that in the playoffs. Just saying. All right, I had to call up my guy, JC, Johnny Cash, Johnny Football. Johnny, you better have my money or else I know where you live at. He told me I got some outstanding league fees from the original $150 deposit that we ask all managers to have in by draft day. This includes the following teams, unfortunately. You Got Moss, Wolf Creek Mafia, Juice Lee. We got two more. Sticky Icky Shuffle and Trump supporters. Okay. All those managers I just named will need to get their league fees in ASAP. That's $150. Venmo, Cash App, Cash, PayPal, directly to the commission. You have my info. If I did name off any playoff teams, it is imperative that you get your money in before the end of this week. If your money is not in by the end of this week, I will consider your playoff matchup a loss. Again, if your money is not in by this week and you are a playoff team, I will consider it a loss. All right, now let's get into the free agents. As everyone knows, $3 per free agent. I'll throw this up there to let everyone know how many transactions they've had, what dollar amount that accumulates. A lot of the times your weekly awards usually balances this out. Here we go. All right, now you can see there, highest value team was one of the worst teams in the mood. You had 35 transactions. I think you had the most money too after the auction draft, which equals out to be $105 in free agent transactions. So I'll be seeing that money. Johnny Cash will be seeing that money whenever you get a chance, sir. I appreciate it. Okay, we will get straight into those teams on the naughty list, ladies and gentlemen. The team that didn't make the playoffs this year. Sorry about your luck. We'll do a little double swoop for you. See you next year. Consolation brackets, it is just what it is. You can bet on the games between you guys if you want to. You can throw some side bets on it if you want to. The commish TFL does not have any bearing on those games, I will say. If I had to take a team, I'd probably say Trump supporters end up winning that one. But I don't know. I'm not a betting man. Talk to JC about that. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's see what this playoff bracket looks like. The 2022-2023 TFL playoff bracket. Let's take a look at it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, great matchups here. Starting off with Jackson Sharman versus Sticky Icky Shuffle. I think it's a good matchup. I take the number 1 seed all day versus the 8 seed. Got to do it. Sticky Icky, I think you're backing into the playoffs. Dark Side versus Juice Lee. I want to say this is lopsided, but I don't want to call it too early. This is probably one of the most lopsided matchups of the playoffs. Got Dark Side advancing. Juice Lee, you're going to have to hit it out of the park a couple times to be contenders. You Got Mossed. I like the team. See these nuts. I also like your team. You Got Moss, I think, has a slight edge the way his team has been going. I don't think he's lost in a while other than to Darkside previous week. Get your popcorn ready. I got you beating Wolf Creek Mafia, but by just a little bit. Probably the closest game this weekend. Wouldn't be surprised if Wolf Creek Mafia pulls this one off. Let's take a look to see how this is going to shape up. Ladies and gentlemen, if we get a matchup like I think we're going to get a matchup with Jackson Sharman and Darkside in the championship, it's going to be one. It's going to be one for the ages. I believe these two managers were possibly co-managing a team before and have a championship under the belt, so they know each other very well. Couldn't be more excited if that's the matchup. Also looking forward to, no one's really talking about it, Wolf Creek Mafia is last year's Super Bowl winner. They know how to win games. They're always there. They're always in the playoffs. We'll see how they do this year. In conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a great season. TFL, the commish, everybody in the studios, we couldn't have enjoyed it more again. I'd like to say get your C-Max in if you got the 49ers in tonight. Brandon Ayuk, you're probably playing. Kittle, you're playing if he's healthy. Got to get that defense in right after last week. Seattle, I don't know. Geno, maybe the wide receivers, Lockett and Metcalf. I think they're running. One of their running backs are playing. You might want to get hit in. Ultimately, good luck to all the fantasy owners out there. It's playoff week, ladies and gentlemen. The commission's back. Be looking out for random draw after the season. It's been my pleasure.